Alright, hello, happy July 1st. Very excited to host another Instagram Live, Facebook Live. It's really hot here in the DMV. It's going to be mid-90s today, very hot and humid. So make sure you have your AC on, make sure you have your water, make sure you have your sunscreen. We are going to talk today about rhinoplasty again. We're going to approach a different topic this time. But first, we have some announcements. Okay, so our esthetician son is very busy with treatment for our patients' skin beauty and care. So what we're offering is laser package discount. So call and text and book, come for your appointment to get rejuvenated for your skin for the summertime. Sun, as you know, is great with her hands, and she's very experienced. For those of you who have met her and have had treatment with her, I've had treatment with her as well. So is the next slide about her? No, it's not. The other promotion that we're running is to get stock up on your skincare products. It's hot during the summer, and I know a lot of you are going to be out of town, so make sure that you don't run out while you're out of town. Stock up today. Call or text or email the office for your products. We're offering buy two get one free. Obviously the cheapest product will be free. So we carry Skin Better, we carry Elastin, we carry PCA, and we have L to MD for sunscreens. So stock up while supplies are here. And next slide, please. Okay. We have Sun. Again, this is a picture of her. She's been doing skincare in the DMV area since before the turn of the millennium, I want to say. She has a lot of experience. She's very good with patients. She knows what you need in terms of professional skincare treatment in the office, and also what you need for home for the specific skin issue or concern that you have. So she's here Wednesdays. We'll start expanding her schedule pretty soon, actually, because she's getting really busy, and we like that. So she's a wealth of knowledge. Book with her today. Call and text the office, and we'll get you in with her as soon as we can. Okay. So in terms of coming to the office, 2 years ago, can't believe it was already 2 years ago, where we were like, oh, wait in your car, call from your car, make sure that we're clean and ready for you, that we're all masked up and protected and whatnot. Obviously things are not as dire as they once was, thankfully. We are still careful, but we're kind of in a rhythm now. So we want to make sure that if you want to bring a friend, you're more than welcome. There are a lot of people coming with sisters, friends, mother-daughter pairs. So yeah, bring, spread the word about the great treatments you're getting from me and from Sun and our great staff, whom everybody loves. So this is our referral discount. Obviously, if you spread word of mouth, it helps us. It helps grow the business, obviously, and we can give more treatments to more people according to their facial beauty and their concerns. So thank you for your support, and as a token of appreciation, if you refer people, this is our referral credit to you. Okay, so rhinoplasty, we're talking about before and after. We're talking about closed versus open rhinoplasty. So there are two approaches in terms of the surgical technique of rhinoplasty. There is the closed approach, where all of the incisions and access points are inside the nostrils. So there's no visible incision on the outside of the nose. There's the open approach, where you have an incision or multiple incisions along the outside of the nose. The most common incision that you may see in open rhinoplasty is this incision across the skin between your nostrils, which we call the columella. Okay? It's the column between your nostrils, and it holds the shape of your nose. It kind of dictates how high your nose is. So the closed approach is good for relatively simple work where you take down a little bump, you make little tweaks here and there, and especially the good thing about closed rhinoplasty is that you don't open everything up. You know, it's kind of like, you know, you're working through a minimal access point. I guess it's kind of analogous to minimally invasive surgery, where the only incisions you make are to access the areas that you want to work on. Okay. For example, if you want to add some cartilage to the tip, you can make a small incision just inside your nostril and make a small tunnel and squeeze in the cartilage of the shape that you want and fix it there. Okay. I know I'm picking my nose during a live. It's I see the ladies smirking in the background and this and that and the other. So that's the closed approach. It's quite common, you know, if people who are trained to do closed rhinoplasties, like in their residency and through the early parts of their career, they're very facile with this technique. I would say the open approach, the good features of open approach rhinoplasty are that you can see all the structure all at once, kind of under the hood, so to speak, and you see where the cartilage and the bone and whatever moves you've made, how they are interplaying with one another in terms of the structure of your nose. So I generally do open rhinoplasty. Okay, it does mean that there's an incision across your columella. The next thing that people ask, and this is a very common question, is how visible is this scar? We'll show you in the next couple slides in terms of how the scar hides, but it's very minimal in terms of what you can see. Like if you were to see some of my rhinoplasty patients and ask them to put their chin up and look at the columella, it's very, very hard to see. Okay. The reason that it's hard to see is because the incision is very tiny, and we don't make it a straight line, we make it a jagged line, so jagged lines are harder to see, and it's hidden from the sunlight generally because the sunlight comes from above and hits the top of your nose, not the underside of your nose. Okay. It's also under minimal tension, so therefore that's another reason why the incisions hide really well and they look relatively inconspicuous. Okay, so do we have a couple examples? Okay, this young lady wanted an augmentation rhinoplasty. She was in her late teens, and she wanted a taller nose because her nose was kind of flat. Okay, and so part of that is making the tip higher. And so in order to do that, the best way for me to do that is to use that open rhinoplasty approach and access the cartilage and bone and other structures in the nose that way, and build on that to make a taller, more shaped nose. As you can see at the top picture, the before picture, the nose is very flat and bulbous, and there's no tip to it. And so here, immediately after the surgery, there's a nice tip there. Okay, and the way that I was able to do this is through the open approach. Next slide. Okay, this young lady had a very, almost a trapezoid tip. Okay, a trapezoid is a four-sided object that kind of looks like a triangle if you cut the top off. And so it kind of looks like this, right? And so for me to change the shape of her nasal tip to the degree that it was to the result that she wanted, I decided to use the open approach for her as well. Now this scar is about 6 months after rhinoplasty, and you might say to yourself, what scar? That's because it hides very well. And if I told you that she had a rhinoplasty, you may not necessarily be able to say, hey, it was a closed rhinoplasty where there was no incision across the columella, or whether it was an open rhinoplasty with an incision across the columella. Again, the incision kind of looks like this. It's horizontal, then up, then back down, and like this. Almost like a namaste, but kind of like that. Okay. So the jagged line makes it hide better, and it's hidden under the shade of your nose, so it it heals very well. Okay. Next slide, please. And this is a congratulations from the office to me, because now I'm double board certified.
Dr. Kim.
So the way that a facial plastic board facial plastic surgeon gets board certified is after all their medical education, residency, fellowship training, after all that medical training, you perform a certain number of surgeries. You know, you're in good standing with your patients and your colleagues and the Academy of Facial Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. The application process involves a written and an oral exam, which I took a few years ago, and also a documentation of a certain number of cases that I've done over the past couple of years, and that was sent to the office, which is just down the road in Alexandria, actually. So the review committee goes over all the operative reports that I've submitted to them, and they decide if I am deemed worthy for the title of a board-certified facial plastic surgeon. And so thank you to the board, and thank you to the Academy, and thank you to all my mentors and colleagues who have helped me on this journey. Thank you to my staff, thank you to my wife, and thank you to my dog Nala. So yeah, from this point forward, you can call me a double board certified facial plastic surgeon. I will be getting the diploma frame up in the office very soon. So again, thank you for trusting me with your facial beauty, and we look forward to the next Instagram Live, the Facebook Live. We're going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to be talking about Sculptra next month. Sculptra, just a brief intro, is an injection that can be performed in the office, and it helps volumize where you've lost facial volume. Okay, so we use Sculptra for the shadows of your face to help give you that more youthful, natural look. It's a little different from fillers, and I'll go into a little more detail as to why that is next month, so stay tuned. The other thing you may have seen this week is that the ladies poured a bucket of ice water on me as a reward for achieving a sales goal for one of our parties. So definitely make sure you're on our email list. If you're not on the email list, text the office, 703-705-2100, and the ladies will send you a link to join our email list. There's also a link on our website if you scroll to the bottom where you can join our email list as well. Make sure to stay tuned for the party and for other events, other special promotions coming up. Thank you. Have a great 4th of July weekend. God bless America. God bless you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.